So, okay, and we are live. Yay. Um, Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Friday night. We're running a little bit later, but that's because, I had a whole birthday thing to take care of earlier today. So,
It's still her birthday.
yeah, it is. But hey, this is a fun thing to do too. I enjoy being here. So, hopefully in a few minutes, I'm going to be checking back to see if my folks that usually are on video chat, are able to do that because I think they're kind of running a little bit late too. So we'll just kind of gradually get started. The theme this time, actually, it's funny for the calendar for this day says honor the gods of your town. So I was sitting there thinking, well, what should we do? So I've got Sekhmet, of course, because we've certainly needed her a lot lately. But also I figured this would be a great opportunity to actually put Ishtar, center stage, because she doesn't have any holidays on the Egyptian calendar, but this work. Oh,
You need
oh,
to
that's
take
your.
this.
Wait, it's his. Excuse me. Wait, that's your.
You need to take that.
All right. Excuse me, just a minute, guys. Hello. Hey. Oh, hey. Thanks, Mom. Um. um. Oh, not much. Just trying to broadcast something on the internet. So yeah. So. Hmm. Uh, Yeah, well, I know how that is. I try to, I say, okay, I need to post something. I need to let people know what I'm doing, and it just never happens because I'm, like, um, busy doing other things. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. Okay. All right, did you want to talk to Darren for a minute or not? Huh? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. There you go. Okay, well, that was funny. And of course, yeah, I'm thinking, how many pagan rituals have I been to where they say silence your cell phones? But
I knew
just,
that one was coming, but I was hoping another one might too.
oh, okay. Huh. Well, I don't know. I don't know what my husband is up to, but I wonder if he's been talking to voice actor friends we know or something like that. That would be fun. But in the meantime, we've got a service to do. I'm just going to check and see if our folks on Messenger are able to join us. Okay. Oh yeah, because several folks aren't able to join us right now. Um, but and then I did get several prayer requests, so we'll definitely be getting to those. But let me just let them know. Let's see. Anyway. Start. Oh. Yes, we're still here. Just hang on a second. I've got my phone, in hand, just off camera here. Start. All right. Okay. Now they know. We'll go from there. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started, guys. And I hope everyone is doing all right, and we're staying well and as healthy and happy as you can in the midst of all this. Yes, we know there's you want to find out what's depressing in the world, just go catch the news. But in hopefully in all of our oh, hold on, here we go. Okay. Oh, hey. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Hey, there you are, Yamanu. Okay. Did I give you enough time? Okay. Awesome, guys. Well, you're just in time. I was just about to get started. Hoping everyone's doing well, and that we're, none the worse for wear. Um, uh, sorry to hear that. But, well, yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. And like I said, I've had several prayer requests, and you're welcome to add them as when we get to that point in it. That's why we do this. So we're trying to generate good vibes for everybody. So we'll start off with our cool waters in the flower vase. And I'm glad you've got your phone put away so that I'm not going to get it wet. So, these cool waters are upon our hands. And they purify us as Tefnut purifies us. Hail unto you, O Necharu. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
So now he's flicking water at me.
She's getting her birthday blessings. They are pure. They are pure. They are pure.
They are pure. Okay. Like I said, I wish I could switch to between different camera angles because then you could see all of this. Yes.
Hey, sweetie.
Okay. All right. Well, where was I? Yes, we've cast out our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, where we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. And that's our story, and we're sticking to it. So now it is time to welcome the Eye of Horus. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Yes, receive the light. The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain.
Receive
the light. The Eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Going all around in a circle. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
By the way, if anyone listening on YouTube, if the fan happens to be too loud, just tell me in the comments. I think it's set where it won't be too bad, but it's been a week, so just let me know. So, yeah. And hello to everyone. Awesome. Just checking to see who else here. Welcome aboard. Okay. You arise in the Aketis Kopri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Necharu, Sekhmet, Ishtar, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Espet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Ra, O Sekhmet, O Ishtar, all of you Nashuru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Nachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. It comes to you, it cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. O Nechuru, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. And we got a lot of good stuff today. You know, I'm just going to use this box here. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Nechuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Putting a whole box of cookies. Here we go. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Yunuchuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Switch it out with the natron. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Sekhmet within her house. Pure is Ishtar within her house. Pure is the Ka of Ra with this good T-Sheps that is given. Pure is the Ka Sekhmet, the Ka of Ishtar with this good this good myrrh that is given. Excuse me, not T-Sheps, it's Anshu. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, all good and pure things on which a god lives. For Ra Horaketi, for Sekhmet, for Ishtar, and for all of the Nashadu, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your bodies, O Nechuru. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift these offerings before Ra, before Sekhmet, before Ishtar. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi and your son, Eosu Nisut Nebkeperu Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these your offerings, and receive them from our hands. we step over and light a fresh candle for our blessed dead. Let me see if I can. There we go. From one eye to another. There we go. Eye of Horus. Receive the light. And may you receive these cool waters from the offering table of Osiris. They may cool your hearts. Okay. Oh, that was kind of neat. That soft ting that you heard was some beads on my belt that happened to catch the bell as I went past. It's rather appropriate. Rechere ta henkets kakao apdus nechermerhat kutnibet nafre wabet anchet nacherim and cow and akupunibu macherunibu hernachera. Voice offering of bread, beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives. For the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great god. Okay. And the last thing that we offer, what I should probably do is take these two little feathers and bind them up with some ribbon. They look really nice. Here we go. We come unto you, O Ra, as Chuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfat is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and light Sekhmet's candle again. And we'll read some things for her. And I know I've got the... There we go. Aha. And my long lighter right here. There we go. Ta-da. Hail a Sekhmet the great, eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail a Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light, who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the darkness comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Isfet. Most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. And I have a couple of things for Inanna, aka Ishtar. This is taken from if you want to find, a whole host of literature to Sumerian deities. If there's a website that has a whole bunch of it. You can find it for free. It's just you gotta look up the ETCSL, which is kind of a challenge. But once you find it, there's all sorts of good stuff in there. So this is from the Exaltation of Inanna that was written by the ancient priestess Enheduanna. And this is just an excerpt from it. Lady of all the Mays, resplendent light, righteous woman clothed in radiance, mistress of heaven, deep-hearted, good woman with a radiant heart, I will enumerate your Mays for you. Be it known that you are lofty as the heavens. Be it known that you are broad as the earth. Be it known that your gaze is terrible. Be it known that you have flashing eyes. Be it known that you are unshakable and unyielding. Be it known that you always stand triumphant. Most precious lady, beloved by An, your holy heart is great. May it be assuaged on our behalf. And here's one more. Let's see. And again, this is also taken from ancient sources and kind of condensed. Hail, Inanna, lady of all the Mays. No god can compare with you. Come to your house that we may tell of your grandeur. In heaven you are lightning. On earth you are the wind. You ordain the motion of the stars. You stride along all the mountains. You lay waste along with the storm. You determine destinies. The captive seeks out your mercy. The sick finds healing in your arms. The lost finds refuge in your temple. You tend herds with the shepherd. You don the pearls of the prostitute. You wear the crown of the end priestess. You shine radiance like fire, O heavenly lioness, who speaks of what shall be. Inanna, lady of all the Mays, with whom no god can compare. Hail, come to your house that we may tell of your grandeur. You can come a little closer if you want. It's okay. We've gotten several prayer requests. A few folks who couldn't join us tonight, and some who had, some unspoken requests. And I know we've got folks that have been dealing with losing things, with not being able to have deals go through. I think you mentioned that, and things like that. So. We come to our gods and we humbly ask you to help us to see through this season, because tomorrow is Lammas, which is it's supposed to be the first harvest on the the Wiccan calendar, and I kind of feel like we're not even ready for a harvest yet. There's still so much that's going on right now. We're only just getting started. And, so my prayer is that, we keep going and we, get to a point where a little later on we'll have, a bountiful harvest. If we can just kind of get through all the stuff that we're dealing with right now. So. And just kind of sneak over here and see. Okay, yeah. If you guys have any other requests and comments, go ahead and put them in here, and I'll keep checking for them. I also have to offer thanks just because I think about where Darren and I were a year ago, and he had just lost his job and was going to have to jump through hoops just to get back on disability. Because what was it? If you work 5 years, then you have to reapply, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it was, and you were just past that threshold.
6 months past it.
Yeah. And so we were in a really precarious position, and it was, I have to say, it was really an effort to sit down and say, okay, I need to turn to my folks on YouTube and ask for help. But you guys taught me a lot just by responding, and we're in a better position in part because of that.
Yes, so, I want to say thank you to all of you. Yeah,
you guys made a difference for us, and with that and with the suggestions about Patreon and all that. So, I can't complain too much about where I am right now. And
what I'd like to say for one is thank you to everybody, and for those of you that are getting nervous about having ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Secondly, It looks like we have another stimulus on the way, and hopefully another extension of unemployment.
Yeah, here's
I
hoping that comes through too.
I also want everyone to remember something that I've had to be reminded. We are in the middle of a pandemic. The more you can stay away from people and stay home, the better.
Yeah.
If you cannot afford that luxury, please use every amount of precaution you can. If you have to be rude to keep people away from you, then do so. This is about saving lives, namely your own.
Yeah, and those that you take care of too. That's why I'm careful, because I know I'm taking care of somebody.
And I love you all so much.
Yeah. And
thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay. I was blessed. Oh, okay. Oh, and someone says I was blessed this year that my garden planted itself. Hey, that's awesome to hear. I was here about 2 weeks ago. I asked for protection from my dad. Happy to say tested negative and is back home. That's wonderful.
Yay!
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and Ivy says, forever help with financial issues and inner guidance for making it through. Absolutely. And someone needs prayers for their mom. She's a teacher and has bad asthma, and her boss is making teachers go back to school 5 days a week. Oh man. When you have your regular broadcast, yes. Okay, and when are the broadcasts? They're supposed to be at 8:30. Sometimes we run a few minutes into it.
8:30 Central.
Yeah, we're running on Central U.S. time, so it's the same time zone that Chicago and Dallas, Texas are in. So if you calculate off of that, because I know I've got people asking about broadcasts, who are in like Eastern Europe, and I think for them it's like 5 a.m. right now or something. But yeah, it's and I regret the fact that it's not as punctual as I'd like it to be, but life happens, I guess. But I always try to make sure that I do it. It's on Friday evenings, and like I said, somewhere in the range of 8:30, and I will be doing it Friday evenings for the foreseeable future. So.
Yeah, we have no plans to stop.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah, Darren, he was actually asking, hey, you ought to make a travel shrine so that if we ever get a chance to go somewhere, you can still do that.
I was talking about that this morning.
Yeah. And so, thanks from Australia. Okay, so in Australia, it's just after noon. Cool. Probably on Saturday, so hey.
Good night, Mike.
Well, yeah, I wasn't going to do that. I can remember.
I've known a few Australians. I'm allowed.
Well, and some folks from New Zealand.
And some New Zealanders, yeah. New Zealand and Australian don't have the same accents. People think they do, but they don't.
Yeah, but no, but definitely let's say some prayers for some folks, because and I can appreciate the whole thing with being a teacher, because I'm a substitute teacher, and that means that when everybody's getting sick, that's when the substitute teachers come in, and then they get sick. I know because I do it, yeah. And see, I have the luxury of saying, no, I'm not substitute teaching, but teachers, they have to go in there, and so that's going to be really tough. And my prayer would be that the schools get closed down, and so that your mom can stay home and collect unemployment and be
We'd rather
better.
her be safe.
Yeah, but
we love you both.
Mm-hmm. So, Lady Sekhmet, we've been asking you for guidance a lot through all of this, and we're gonna have to keep looking to you for guidance through all of this. And Ishtar, if you can help us too, help those who are teachers. That this has become a front line, what they're doing, and please keep them safe, and let them be able to continue teaching, but through new technology and new opportunities. Because I think that's going to be better for everyone. So please, and yes, we thank you so much for those folks that have not gotten sick with this and are able to you know get better from just the usual ills of colds and allergies. We never thought that that would be there'd be a point where that was preferable. Speaking of, it's been raining a lot where we are, and so the mold and stuff like that has just been crazy, and it's been driving my allergies nuts too. But yeah, it's better to have allergies than to have coronavirus.
And we'd also like to offer a prayer for those, all of those who have passed from this terrible, terrible disease. And those numbers grow every day. We bid them peace.
Oh, what's up? Yeah. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes. If you weren't able to hear that, Yamanu, he's a priest of Amun, and he wanted to point out that Amun hears prayers, and no matter what's going on, if if you're regretting things, if he gets this feeling that there's a lot of regret circulating around, but Amun hears all prayers. If you call to him, he'll answer. And let me see if I can find that particular one that you're thinking of, because that's I'll read that. A lot of tough choices. Yeah. Oh wow, it's somebody from the Philippines. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Expect a video on the nature and the stars and the constellations. Um. Yeah. Let me get to that. Oh, okay. Yeah. And yes, Josh, you'll definitely want to talk to Yamanu if uh when it comes to that. But let me see if I can find that, because that's such a wonderful prayer. Let me see if it's in here, because I know I have it somewhere. Okay, yes. Praise unto Amun Ra. I make for him adoration to his name. I give him praises to the height of heaven and over the breadth of the earth. I tell his might to travelers north and south. Beware ye of him. Declare him to son and daughter, to great and small. Herald him to generations not yet born. Herald him to fishes in the deep, to birds in the sky. Declare him to fool and wise. Beware ye of him. You are Amun, Lord of the Silent, who comes at the voice of the poor. When I call to you in my distress, you come to rescue me, to give breath to him who is wretched, to rescue me from bondage. You are Amun Ra, Lord of Thebes, who rescues him in Duat. For you are he who is merciful. When one appeals to you, you are he who comes from afar. And this was a monument that was made by an artisan from Daryl Medina, who worked on the tombs of the pharaohs. And yeah, I think it was that kind of the one you were thinking of? Yeah. So, huh?
And
Oh yeah. Here.
what book did you pull that from?
Oh, that's from. By the way, I think Darren wanted me to point out I got a fresh supply in of my books. So like this one here, I just read it out of here. So if you want an autographed copy, go in my Etsy store, and I've got them.
What's the title of that
It's
book?
Celebrating the Egyptian Gods.
And who's it by?
Sharon Laborde is by. Yes, the E in my name is silent. So.
Yes, everybody, that was an attempt at a shameless plug. One of the ways you can make sure this broadcast keep going is if we keep getting those books bought, and you can get an autographed copy.
Yeah, but yes, it is available. So if you want to, that's one way that you can follow along with what we do.
I don't know who's signing it, but you can get one.
Yeah, but anyway, yes, and Almond is just off to the side. It's funny. I had this Tauret plaque in my store, but I got the sense as I was doing the consecrations and everything for New Year's, that she was like, "I'm staying here," so she's got a spot now. But let's see, comforting these times. You know what, Josh, you and Yamanu need to talk about Almond, because that and especially because you had mentioned Khonsu, and that's Almond's son. I think y'all could really connect on that. I don't work with him that much, but I know that it's like, okay, he's closely related to folks that I do, and so it's. I get the sense that he doesn't mind. It's like, hey, whenever you need me, just ask. So, yeah. And another thing that we got a request for was a divination. So definitely we want to do that. Just in passing, and I need to drop a link to this to our friends that are Sumerian pagan. But earlier this month was a festival for Inanna that involved weeping for, well, it's not the weeping for Tammuz, but basically her husband goes to the underworld, because in mid-July, that's when the dry season is over there, and so he goes to the underworld and then comes back. But it was traditional to offer cakes for her that had been baked over a fire, and the best I could do was croissant that had been baked in the oven. I figured, that'll have to do. But
they're really good.
Well, yeah, those I made a. Those of you that are fans of like anime and Japanese snacks, if you know what azuki is, I made an azuki paste and put them in the croissants. So.
They are really good, and I've done really well to keep myself out of there.
Yeah, that's the tough thing when you have offerings. It's like, okay, they're supposed to get first dibs. I'm not holding out on you, I promise. Okay. Well, I think since Amon was mentioned, we're going to ask him to guide us to the right fortune cookie. I think he's saying go for this one. So, what is our guidance for the week ahead? Okay, and it says, you are gifted with artistic talents. Well, sure, absolutely. But that first one, we'll keep track of this one. This was our guidance for the week. And so basically, if you've got talents, this would be the week to use them.
Use them.
Yeah. I got some supplies to try and make some more masks, so I guess that's a good thing to be doing. But now, so and Set, I know your icon is back there in the background, so if you can, and I know he was throwing a party last night because we had a thunderstorm that came through, and we were up late and saw a lot of it. So
it was a really impressive lightning too.
Yeah. So he was having a party at our house. So Sid, if you can tell us, okay, I think you're saying this one is for 7. Yeah. Sid's been having a good time lately. So what does he have for us? Okay. Turn towards those with the means to help you succeed.
Wow.
So that's what it says. Huh? Okay. It says turn towards those who with the means to help you succeed.
Or the money.
Or whatever it is. Whatever it is, but if you get a sense that they've got what it takes to help you get where you need to go, then those are the folks you need to be talking to, whoever they are. Let's see. Okay. Why is it fine? We need more. Oh, okay. Yeah. Azuki's delicious goes well with mochi. Yes, it does. Everyone and Sobek have been keeping me from spiraling in these times, mostly by keeping me going to therapy again. Yeah, well, hey, yeah, and next month there's going to be a feast of Sobek, so we'll try and make sure to have something for him. Asked for some guidance on the odd occurrence at my home earlier this week. An ankh was delivered to me, and I have no clue who it was from. Oh my, that sounds cool.
Someone loves you.
Yeah, sounds like someone loves you.
Chin up. Someone loves you. You're protected.
Yeah.
And they're making it publicly obvious.
Huh.
Gods don't do this often. My immediate advice to you is say thank you. My second advice is don't worry about shit.
Okay, well, there you go. Huh.
The other thing is, wear the off.
Huh, what?
Wear the off.
If it's wearable.
Yeah, if it's wearable, wear it.
If it's not really wearable, just glue it on and
Glue it on.
you'll get used to it.
No, if it's not wearable, put it someplace, because like, okay, I've got an ankh right here. That I'm sure some people would use something. Well, actually, what's funny is it has a loop on it, and I'm thinking this is way too big to be wearing, at least in my opinion. But
Flavor Flav.
well, I suppose if you wanted to go that route, but that's why I just keep it here. Rather than use it as a wand or something like that, I just keep it on the altar. It's a symbol. It works, and yeah. But I will. Okay, it's wearable, but it's huge. I bet it's like that one, because I've seen them, floating around before. But okay, no one I know sent it. Use the big ankh as a counterweight for a minute. That'd be one idea, but it's very weird. So I have that same ankh. Okay, yeah, they're pretty cool. They're good for altars, but if you want to do a divination, we'll certainly do that, because I have more fortune cookies after we're done with these. I just collect them specifically for this purpose. So let's. Huh? What? Oh, okay. I thought you said something. Okay. Well, then, Ivy has a question about the ankh. Let's see. Let's say a lot of times I just get this sense. It's like, okay, go here.
Yeah.
So.
If it's blank or empty, tell us that too.
I will, but no, this one's obviously got one in it. So, let's see what they have to say about that. Okay, okay, this is interesting. It says, focus on your long-term goal. Don't hesitate to act now.
Don't worry about who it came from.
I guess just, you got it, use it.
Get on your camel and run.
Well. Let's see. Felton Ports, I thought I'd ask. Okay, and yeah, and I know there was a question about the last autograph copy. They sold out. I had to buy some more. They finally came in, and so I went on my store and I updated it so that they're in stock now. So you should be able to go and find it. And okay, yeah, that's for me. Hope you get a chance to I'd like to ask for a message for Anubis. What do I need to know to deepen my connection with him?
Milk bones.
Milk bones. Well, actually, he asked one of our friends for a steak. But
And his favorite song is "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?"
oh, I thought it was "Who Let the Dogs Out."
Oh, that's in modern times, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Apparently, and I've noticed this from several folks that they end up offering things like coffee and chocolate to Anubis, which would be terrible for a dog, but
Well,
for Anubis, it's okay.
it's because of what he does. He's got to be up at odd hours.
Well, there you go. Okay. Tell you what, let's gather these up and okay. Kind of keeping track of our fortunes that we've gotten. And by the way, our ones from Holy Week I took and I've got them in one of my, I guess you could call it a book of shadows, but where I go and I make notes of things and stuff like that, so I've got them saved. But now we need to ask Anubis for his guidance and what his follower needs to know. So this one has been like staring at me. So this might be the one saying, "Hey, I need to tell you." I wonder if Anubis also likes puns because we're getting all these crazy answers. Okay. And it says, "You are the very definition of trustworthy." Huh? It said, "You are the very definition of trustworthy."
I think that's a stop worrying about it and get on with it.
Maybe. I feel inclined to ask her, do you feel like there are any people that take advantage of that, or you're wondering if maybe somebody does, or is there something going on with that? Because that's just the sense that I'm getting. But or maybe you're wondering if you can trust the guidance that he's getting or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'll check and see. Got any comments? There's a soft spot for oranges, huh? Okay. Sure, the spicier the better. Huh. My hand feels. Okay, yeah, I'm just reading over the comments, and I see I've got another request for a divination. Is there anything that I need to know? And this is from Serana, so we'll do that. And I just happened to see a comment here about the game, the video. I assume you're talking about video gaming. That industry is hard to break into. Our friend Morgan knows all about that. He actually got to work for a little while for EA Games division down in Baton Rouge, but he got let go at the end of a year because they only hire people for a year, and then his position was outsourced anyway. And so, yeah, it's real tough to break into that because they're outsourcing a lot of it to stuff not in the United States. So if you're here in the U.S., yeah, that's a real problem. He could probably talk to you all about that. But oh yes, and I noticed my phone's going into
sleep mode.
No, the battery saving mode. Let me see if I can plug it in real quick so that way I don't lose you guys in the middle of it. So that's why I have an extension for this. Hold on. Say hi, dear.
Hi, dear.
There we go. And Galvatron, if you can hold that for me. There we go. Okay. Oh, no computer, just ignore it. There you go. Okay. There's a studio in Baton Rouge. It's right in my neck of the woods. Yeah, they do, but I don't know how much stuff they're still doing there at the EA one down in Baton Rouge.
What he needs to do is just go start digging, because whether they're going to hire him for 6 seconds, 6 months, or 6 weeks, it doesn't matter. It says somebody in the industry hired you.
Well, that's true. But yeah, So Silverwind was asking about that. Check it out. You know, they might still have something there. I think what he was doing was like checking for coding errors or something. Or
Actually, what he was checking to make sure was that the appropriate ads popped up at the appropriate times.
okay. Yeah, all right. And I'm just looking here. It was Serrana. You had a question. You needed a divination. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. All right. And incidentally, because I know I get several folks that are watching my these broadcasts, and that you have an interest in production art, or art for animation and various things like that. I am working on. I just scripted it, and now I get to do the actual production on a video that'll go on my sister channel, and I'll talk about stuff like that. So I'm not talking about it here when we're supposed to be, in service, and I'll post something about that later when I have, a link to share. But in the meantime, yes, we've got lots of questions. So, Serrana wants to know if there's any guidance for her. And Anubis, we were speaking of you, but I think, if anyone else knows something and wants to let us in on it. Let's see. Wait a minute. What is it? Come on. Was it? I think this one. Yeah. Okay. Well, Serrana, your cookie, your divination says, a long-awaited vacation will bring a great deal of pleasure.
Woohoo! We want pictures.
Yeah. Well, I guess hopefully it'll be a staycation or something. I don't know the way things have been going, but hopefully that's saying something to you about what's going on in your experience. That points in a good direction. But let us know if that makes sense. Translation: treat yourself. I like that.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, indeed, it's actually right on point. Excellent. That's cool. And that's what I love about doing these, because I'll read it and it's like, okay, this is interesting, but a lot of times people are like, oh, okay, I know exactly what that means. Yeah, and so that's always very cool. But okay, well, if that's what got us covered for this week, if not, now's your chance to comment and say, okay, a request for prayers or divinations before we wrap it up. And just to look ahead to next week, actually in the middle of the week is when you would have the Wog Feast, and then that was followed with Feast for Jehuti. And the Wog Feast is a feast of Osiris. It's like his, I don't know if I would call it his Jubilee, but it was a particular feast where would have the journey to Abydos, and it's a very old festival. And before it was tied to Osiris, they would also honor Anubis, so we'd be honoring both of them. But that'll be coming up next week. So in the meantime, let's see. Okay. Oh, all right. One more. Yes, Christian wants a divination about my ex. So, that's going to be interesting. I feel like going, okay. So, what's the story on Christian's ex? Okay, and this is the one I just went right to. So. Okay, and it says, you will overcome difficult times. So with regard to your ex, and maybe, be it you or maybe it has to do with them. But I get the sense that whatever it is, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Folks will move on. Okay. A piece for Judy. Sorry, one more time, please. Oh, okay. Okay. If you wanted to hear what it said, yeah, it said you will overcome difficult times. So hopefully that. Yeah. Absolutely cool. Yeah. So. And glad to get positive news like that. But, okay, well, guys, we had a really lively crowd. I was noticing all the different comments and stuff here, and I'm really glad for that. So I've been really happy to have all of y'all interacting. It's been a lot of fun. And that's why we do this. So
before we close it,
yes.
I also want to give thanks for my beautiful wife. I want to give thanks for her birthday. I did not realize that this day, all those years ago, I would be getting a present. Thank you.
Yeah. And I like being able to give presents on my birthday too, and that's why I'm doing this. It's a chance for me to do things with y'all. That's great. Okay. So like, I feel like okay. So somebody wanted to share. If your pets are loving on you, particularly dogs or cats, that's the best. Or honestly loving you too. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And yeah, I think of our friend Jennifer, who she had a service dog for a little while, and we knew that was a gift from Anubis to her.
Yep, it was obvious.
Yeah. But Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, Yamano was just sharing that the cats are especially intuitive, and if you're sick or if you've got a broken limb or something like that, they'll sense it. They'll like come and lay next to you. Yeah, and it's funny. Believe it or not, ducks can be very intuitive as well, because they can tell when Darren is sad. They can tell when I'm not, feeling, very spiffy. And it's different for them because they're not touchy feely animals like dogs and cats are. Dogs and cats are mammals, and ducks are birds. They're more comfortable just like being in your presence. It's like, okay, the flock is here. We can see everyone. We're happy. But they're very intuitive as well. So, yay! Happy birthday. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I tell you what, I will do one thing before we. I'm gonna move this camera, so it's gonna blur for a minute, but I'm just gonna give you guys a chance to say hi to Darren. So.
Hey everybody, love you guys. Thank you for always being here.
Mm-hmm.
Your support every week, just by showing up, means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for all the book purchases and shrine purchases and everything else. Your love helps us grow, and your money helps us help you.
Yeah, well,
so thank you. We love you.
Okay, here, let me make sure I get it set back in the right spot. Yeah, okay. Up. There we go. Okay, that's there. Okay, that should be about where we were. But scan rest. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, I guess rats and ducks would both be considered exotic pets. Because
Yes, rats, ducks, snakes, lizards. Turtles.
anything that's not a dog or a cat is an exotic pet.
Yeah.
But exotic pets can love you too. Just don't let your if you have a boa or something, don't let it hug you too much.
Yes, and don't try to kiss your water moccasin.
Oh yeah, well, I can tell stories about people I used to know, but
Yeah.
not here. Anyway, yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for helping me spend part of my birthday, and look forward to getting back together next week.
I want to ask for a blessing for those watching.
Yes, I tell you what. Let me read one more thing before we go. I've got somewhere in here. Yes. Okay, this is a blessing of Ra. And let's see. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yanu, and place your arms of blessing around all of those who are watching. Let them rejoice in your bounty and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neet and Upwot to open your ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Khopri at dawn, Atum at dusk. Ra Haraketi as you rule the nine. This is for all of you guys. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and finish this up with our prayer to make the offerings endure so that it will continue until, with the good vibes until next week when we do it again. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Khopri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shrine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great in need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra endures in the Akhet, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra, O Sekhmet, O Ishtar. You have come in peace, O Necheru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Sekhmet, O Ishtar. May you go forth in peace, O Necheru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay. Thank you, guys. Whoop. Okay. I'll have to look into the connection between Ptah and rodents. I don't know if there is that's something I can look at, but it'd be something I can dig up maybe for next week or something. But thank you guys so much. Yeah, y'all find like the craziest emojis. I don't know where those come from, but thank you so much, and I will see you all again soon. Okay, I'll hang up with you guys in just a minute.
Everybody on the phone says bye to everybody on the web.
Okay, yeah.